Welcome back, boys and girls. This is Word Wall Lesson 7. And you may have noticed last week I had a secret image. There might be another one coming in this video, so I hope you're watching very closely and can find it. All right, our new words for the word wall, we had 30. Now we're going to add 5 more. We'll have 35 words on our word wall that we're supposed to be spelling correctly every time we write them. The words we're adding this week are before, hopeless, there, and there. Yes, there are 3 different ways to spell there, so we have to understand what each of those means. Okay, let's talk about each of these words. The first word is before, and a lot of kids forget that E on the end of before. Now, for, F-O-R-E, comes in other words because for means ahead of time. So the weatherman would give you the forecast ahead of time. The weatherman would tell you the weather that they think is coming in the next few days. Another thing that has the word for in it is something that happens in books. Sorry about that. Sometimes authors give you a clue of what's happening, and that's called foreshadowing. So the author will give you a sign that something will happen, and they give you the sign ahead of time. So foreshadowing comes before the actual event. The next word is hopeless. The root word of hopeless is hope, and then the suffix put on the end of hopeless is less. So when you add that less to the word hope, it changes the meaning to, instead of having hope, you are without hope. So when you add less as a suffix at the end of the word, it means without. Here are some other words that you can put less at the end of as a suffix. If someone is without help, then they are feeling helpless. They're without help. Another word is something that won't harm you, that's without harm. So something that's without harm is called harmless. So that less suffix means without. Do you know any other words that you can put less on the end of and change the meaning? Next is the first version of there, T-H-E-R-E. And you'll see the word here inside of this word there. And the reason it's in there is because most of the time if you can substitute the word here instead of there in the sentence and it still makes sense, then that's the correct version of there to use. For example, I want to go there. If you can change that there to here and it still pretty much makes sense, I want to go here. Well, that still pretty much makes sense. So then we need to use the version T-H-E-R-E. My stuff is over there. My stuff is over here. Both those make sense. So that's when you need to use T-H-E-R-E, there. The next version of there shows ownership. It is their dog. It is their house. So when the there means something belongs to them, then you need to use T-H-E-I-R, there. The last version of there is a contraction, and it means they are. So if you can substitute the word they are for the word there, and it makes sense, then you need to use this version of there. Like they're my friends means they are my friends. Now I want to talk to you about the apostrophe in there and how you know where to put the apostrophe. I have to introduce you to my friend. Here he is. Dr. Wood. Now what Dr. Word does is he helps make contractions. Dr. Word performs surgery. When there are 2 words that want to be joined together, he performs the surgery. So he's got his scalpel. See it there? Oh, there it is, his scalpel. And he uses it to do some surgery and some cutting. Alright, so when there are 2 words like they are, and they say, hey, we want to become one word, then Dr. Word will use his scalpel and cut the word out. And then when he wants to stitch the words back together, puts in a stitch, otherwise known as an apostrophe, and then those two words are joined together. They are becomes there. All thanks to Dr. Word. He forms contractions using surgery. So these are this week's words: before, hopeless, there, and there. And we're going to, this time, we're going to practice spelling the words very quietly, doing something called a marshmallow clap. Remember, we want to move our bodies while we're practicing spelling these words to help our brains learn the words. So a marshmallow clap means you're clapping your hands together, but they don't quite touch because there's a marshmallow in between them. So the marshmallow stops your hands from hitting, because if you really hit your hands right now, you might disrupt the class in their learning. So a marshmallow clap is a silent clap where you clap your hands together and they almost hit, but a marshmallow stops them from hitting. Okay, get your marshmallow clappers ready and quietly say the spelling of these words. Let's do it together. Before, B, E. Are you clapping each letter? F, O, R, E, before. Okay, keep marshmallow clapping. Here's the next one, hopeless. H, O, P, E, L, E, S, S. Next word is there. I see it over there. T, H, E, R, E, there. There. That is their dog. T, H, E, I, R. And the last one is there, meaning they are. They're good friends. T, H, E, Y. Do you know what we say for an apostrophe? Click. R, E. Let's try that one again. Click at the apostrophe. T, H, E, Y. Click. R, E. There. Okay, now I know some of you already have a pencil and a sticky note ready to go because you're becoming so responsible for your learning. Great job. If you're not quite there yet, pause the video, get a pencil, get a sticky note, and number it 1 to 5, please. Then you restart the video when you're ready to go. Okay, we're going to do 5 clues for 5 words. Number 1. I asked my friends if I could come over to blank, actually I'll give you the word, their house. I asked my friends if I could come over to their house. Which there is that? Think about that. Can you substitute the word here and it makes sense? I asked my friends if I could come over to here house. No, that doesn't quite make sense. Can you substitute they are and it makes sense? I asked my friends if I could come over to they are house. No, that doesn't make sense. So it must be the one that shows ownership. Number 2, this word means without hope. Copy it carefully off the word wall. It means without hope. If you need more time, please pause the video. Number 3, this word means the opposite of on. The opposite of on. Write that word for number 3. Make sure you spell it correctly. Number 4, my little brother said, I want to come to. Which to is that? Write that word for number 4. If you need more time, pause the video. And number 5, those 2 girls, they're best friends. Which there is that? The one that means here, the one that means they are, or the one that shows ownership? Those girls, they're best friends. Okay, let's check your work. This is what your sticky note should look like. Let's spell each word, and when you say each letter, underline it. Do it very quietly. There. T-H-E-I-R. Number 2, hopeless. H-O-P-E-L-E-S-S. If you made any mistakes, please correct them. We always spell word while words correctly. Number 3, off. O-F-F. Number 5, to. T-O-O. And number 5, there, which means they are. Remember the click. T-H-E-Y. Click, R-E. There. Now if you noticed the secret image, find a spot on your sticky note, like I might put it right there, and draw what you saw. I'm going to see who was really paying attention to the video. Okay, so these are the next 5 words that are going to be on our word wall. Before, hopeless, there, and there. Those there's are really tricky, and I even know some grown-ups who spell there incorrectly and use the wrong version. But now you're in 3rd grade, and I want you to start using the correct there, so when you're grown up, you'll always get those right. The last thing I want you to do is please put your name on your sticky note and put your sticky note on your sticky spot so I can take a look at the work you're doing. Thank you very much.